Normally we start first because they all respect us. We are the oldest profession of all the trades. But this time we started late because I'm still waiting for the speaker to come. He may come in any minute. Somebody you know, Professor Journ Dept. Okay. He is the deputy head of this division and he's supposed to deliver a speech today. But obviously, sometimes it happens when you're journalist on your assignment, it could be stopped anywhere because of traffic or something. But make sure it's not because of your personal problem. You may be fired by editor next day. It's a very important job. Okay. The reason I want to ask Professor Josh to speak to you because I think most of you, all of you have attended this class on Introduction to Journalism, right? No, you missed the opportunity. Okay. He was one of the most welcome professors in the school. He gave a wonderful course on Introduction to Journalism. I thought if he were here, he would know what he did discuss in class, so he can add up here. The second reason I want Professor Josh to speak on behalf of our division is actually he's a standing example of a good journalist in Singapore. Okay. He's a very well-known journalist when he was a columnist. He was also the editor of online thing, also editor of photojournalism. So he's had a lot of experience with local journalism. He can tell you a wonderful story. Since you haven't taken his class yet, and please enjoy his class next semester. I think he will talk to you again. Okay, anyway, the reason I say we want to find Journ Dept here to show you example of good journalists, but we have a lot of good examples of good journalists in Singapore and elsewhere. Among our colleagues, you know, in the school there is a professorship in Downshire called the Weeking Week Professorship. Anybody knows who Weeking Week is? Oh, nothing. So you had a quiz already. Anyway, the reason we had a Weeking Week professor here because Weeking Week was not only a president of Singapore but also was a journalist in his lifetime. He started working as a journalist when he was 18 years old or something. Last time when we had a session with Weeking Week to come to the school to talk to our journalism students, and we actually posed a question, ask him to say, you have been a journalist in your life, a diplomat, and also be a president. If you can live your life again, what would you do? Again, the choice? Being a journalist. Journalism is such a fascinating job. Okay? Ever wonder why Superman, instead of choosing any other professions, become a journalist? Okay, so if the job is good for a president, not good enough for a president, or for Superman, is good for everybody else. I want to emphasize one thing. You take journalism not simply looking for SPH or future destiny in terms of job grade. The journalism training is important for everybody. Okay, many students say that I don't want to come to journalism because I cannot write well. Okay, the reason why you cannot write well because you cannot think well. What is behind good writing is good thinking. Okay, if you can think well, you can write well. So there's no problem. If you feel you cannot write well, this is the time to actually train you to write, but also to think. Okay. The other reason I said don't think only about SPH because journalism skill can be applied to different kind of jobs. Okay. For example, last time I did an intern visit when we checked the internship site, and we went to SIA, and they have a public relation division there. They want somebody from the school as an intern. But they said, make sure it's a journalism student. Has to be a guy who can drink. Yeah. The reason is that they think they want somebody who can write well. They believe, not necessarily so. I think students from CR and other divisions can also write well. But the perception that journalism students tend to write well. There are a lot of opportunity for you to write well. Even this morning I wrote a message to my staff, Mr. Duffy, to say there's opportunity for the International Physical Olympiad on campus. They need 4 reporters and 2 editors writing a newsletter during the 10 days. You will be paid for $750 something, and working with those all genius people, getting this competition. Okay, so there are a lot of opportunities, but not necessarily working for SPH alone. There are other places you can actually work, practice your journalism skills. So in terms of training in our division, we're not simply looking at writing skills. We also try to encourage students to take other subjects, taking minors from other schools, to actually give a profound funding of knowledge in order to practice writing. Of course, we have specialized writing courses like business journalism and also magazine publishing. We have a total journalism, which is actually considering the idea of journalism not only in print, in words, but also in culture, and in pictures, and in photography, and all these things. Nowadays, being a journalist is not simply writing. Okay, last time we had a media corporation and SPH start a competition. So SPH journalists need to do broadcasting as well. So we encourage our students to take broadcasting. Even though that is a product field, but still, the job can be quite demanding. You may be asked to do, say, online journalism by creating a website for certain publication. So all these things can be part of it in journalism. I haven't never met anybody who was a journalist in his life, no matter how long it was, actually regretting over their experience as a journalist. I think everyone should be a journalist at a certain stage of your life, preferably at the starting of your career, because that's where you learn about society. No other place, no other job will give you that opportunity to talk to people you never got a chance to talk to know people you would never otherwise met in your life. Okay? You can talk to the president in the morning, and in the afternoon you can talk to a beggar in the street with the same kind of confidence and care you show to the public society. Okay? So it's an important job, and you'll find, but of course there's some disadvantages as well. Being a journalist, one thing they used to do at SP, they ask interview to be a journalist. One question they ask you, do you have a boyfriend? Or do you have a girlfriend, depending who you are? Okay. The answer is yes, I have a boyfriend. You'd be ready to lose him or her. Okay. You say, I don't have one. You'll never get one. Because the time is very bad for dating and develop a relationship. So you may have a date. Valentine's Day, you want to have a nice romantic dinner, all set up a month ahead. The editor says you have to go on this assignment. You can't say no because I have a Valentine's Day dinner. Okay? So that's the disadvantage part of the job. But the real advantage is that once you become a journalist, you've got a lot of opportunity to develop yourself and know yourself better, know society better, and know the country better, and know the world better. Okay? You feel you have a lot of things you can contribute to the world as a journalist. Okay? I stop here, and maybe Ms. Duffy want to add something?